going on. Sorry about that. I guess we'll have to wait another couple minutes for people to join back. So for those that just joined and don't know what's happening, I recently just started streaming again, but the Wi-Fi needed to be restarted conveniently after I started streaming, so the stream died, so I had to restart it. This is great. Anyways, hopefully there's no more problems. Hopefully things will go smoothly. Anyways, welcome back everyone. Hello Gavin. Hello Ink Plays. Hello there Canada Sanford. Will not come to watch live long. Alright, that's fine. Ooh. This is sad. Okay, well, I guess I'll just talk about what we're gonna do. Maybe I shouldn't have started streaming today. Maybe I should have started streaming again weekends, because that's where most of the people will be. But I wanted to test it out, so here we are. I did a lot of things off stream, which you will see soon. Something that will help me during the Pantheons. Man, my energy is just gone now. Whatever. Let's see. I guess I'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll just start. Not much to talk about there, other than my internet was being a little whiny brat. It kept on lagging and I couldn't stream. Did you just die for a second? Yep. Wi-Fi needed to be restarted. So hey Magma, hello. I'm glad you're here. So you won't miss it. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I also beaten as on the days that I'm not streaming, I've beaten the Radiance for I think 3 times in a row, 4 times now. I still die here and there, but I've beaten it quite a lot. Elder Clumsy, I already got shot in the head. It's a shotgun. I wish it was true. Just kidding. So, something else that I did was this. You see this? One, two, three. And you thought that was just it. I did this thing as well. And with my experience, in my opinion, the charms binding is way harder than everything else. And then now, if I'm not wrong, I have like 5 hearts now, lifeblood hearts, I think. That was one Pantheon 5. And sadly, I already dream nailed this, so you guys kind of missed that. But hey, for those that don't know, there's a creature down there at the bottom right, if you could see. It's blinking. But I'm sure most of you probably know. Nothing ever ends. Well, yeah. but then again, things are not always okay. What am I trying to talk about? Fuck, ignore that. Anyways, these are my charms that I've been using during those bindings or practicing. They're pretty good. Quick Slash, Breakable Strength, Shaman, and Long Nail is pretty nice. Anyways, before I starting Pantheon 5, I'm gonna try Radiance one more time. Just to warm up, you know? Famous last words. You don't see any creature? It's probably because my screen is too dark, but there is a live built creature thingy on the bottom right that is blinking. If you would find the screenshot for it, I could tell you. I mean, you could tell. Beat Radiance 5 times, then you ready. I've beaten it 4 times. 4 times. Sorry, I've beaten it 3 times in a row, 4 times. If that makes sense. Because I always die after the 4th try. Anyways, this is just warming up. Can you do NKG Radiant? Nope. I can try, but no guarantee I could defeat it. Getting hit by that is fine. Oh shit. I wanted to down slam him. So you beat it 12 times? Yeah. Not in a row though, but I did beat him that much. Also, let me decrease the game sound. It's quite loud for me. I won't guarantee I'll beat this, because there are still a lot of RNG. Oh, that had to spawn there. Oh, what the f— yeah, pretty sure I don't got this. No! Oh well. Oh, you bitch. Let me up. No! Okay. I wanted to double jump there, but I didn't. Yikes. Come on, let's beat it once. I suggest equipping Baldur Shell. You can tank hits when you focus before getting hit. Yeah, but then I have to sacrifice one of the charms. This is good, it's fine. Oh, wow. E. That's much better. Oh, you had to spawn there. Oh, that almost hit me. Oh, I didn't land on the platform. Eee. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Yikes. Oh shit. Okay. Really? Oh shit, crinkles. Alright, I don't know why I'm failing this so much. I think it's because I'm a little nervous now that people are watching. Oops. But I can do it. Trust me. Come on. I need to be calm when the time comes. So, yeah. Oh my god, stop doing the swords. Eee, that's bad. Gonna do the homework while watching? I hate that. Same. Oh, there's a... I just hope when the time comes, the RNG would be nice. Oh my god, it was really now. The RNG is fucking me up. Me practicing, yeah. Come on. I can. Ugh. I wanna at least beat it once before starting the Pantheon. Maybe 3. I did this. I at least did once. Like practice one fight each day, at least. And I'm still fucking up. That's how random this boss is. Oh dear. I don't know how I dodged that, but I did. Why are you so high up? There. Oh, you? No! Okay. Yikes. No! Yikes. There you go. It was not a perfect or good run there. I did beat it.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That...
And that's what I hear every time I beat it. Whoa! I even did like Pure Vessel on Ascended. Because I got bored of just fighting the Radiant over and over. Whoa. Some orange boss cut. Alright. Let's do this. I am so not ready. I'm like 95% sure I'm gonna fail this. I just have to pray that the RNG is not fucked up. Can't see. I missed. Let's go. 68% chance at winning. You are too positive. Or maybe I am too negative, but... I'm not good at this game, so I'm still gonna get a hit here and there. Oh shit. Yeah, you thought I had the dream dialogue on. You thought, Abomination. Thought. The odds are above 0, so I'm talking. So I'm taking him. Why is it necessary to pug of his back? So that he doesn't get up. So you could just keep dream nailing him. Amazing fight. Okay. Sung Leak? They made a Sung Lee reference in Hollow Knight? Oh my god. Oh shit! No way. Oh my god. Ignore that. Bruh. Ascend with Gorb. Maybe if we ascend with Gorb, we get Silk Song. Oh. I cut off his screen. Okay. I forgot to ask, how was your day, Harry and everyone? My day's been pretty good. I'm excited that I'm almost done with making the trailer of my next animation, which is Cuphead Sans 2. Cuphead and Sans 2, I mean. Ow. Maybe I'll have to rebrand the name soon. Which you will soon see why. Hello, Masked Madness. Ow. Guess so. Oh shit. Oro Alt 2, let's go! Oh, oh. My day's been going well. Just helps sister clean up the house up. And I'm getting an MC chicken meal. McDonald's chicken meal? Man, don't make me hungry. Alright, let's see how many hearts it gives us. Yo! There's 5. I got all of it, right? Yeah. That's a lot. Of course that's how I lose it. Stay over there. Behind me, turn around. There's nothing behind me. Behind me is a wall. You fools. I'm not Gypsy. I have a wall behind me. Unless they're in my walls. They're in the goddamn walls! Alright, you guys sure really like that, huh? Finally almost done drawing your OC. Sorry it took so long. Don't be sorry, man. I'm happy that you are making one. Oh. The wall is calling you. 5 masks? Really? Yep. I fucking did all the bindings. From Pantheon 1 to 4. Ow. I'm gonna lose them all here though. Oh jeez. Trying to get them together. Oh, you dodged it. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh! What did I get hit by? Okay. I lost a lot of health there, but... should be fine. They're gonna break their arm. I mean their hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. What did I do that? Gonna do nail for now. You know what? I really need to use spell. Nice, I hit nobody. That's how they die. Doors is scary. Alright, yeah. I'll agree with you. I don't want to talk about doors. I hate the experience I got from that. Not saying my experience was bad and the game was bad or anything. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose all my blue hearts to Marmu. What was that? I lost 3. No! Sad. Do you get full HP when you get Abstrad and P5 after the pure vessel fight? As far as I know, yeah, they do heal you. Nice. Man, sometimes I don't like the broken vessel fight because it just jumps at you. Sometimes it jumps whenever you go, and it gets kind of annoying. God damn it. Broken vessel is how real sibling fights look. You just jump at them. Guess so. Why did I do it? God damn it. Oh, I thought you were gonna do that. Could see your brush color. Okay. Bomb. For this whole week, I only attempt P5 once because of school. Huh. Come here. Bees don't come down, right? Good. Kill them fast enough. What do you dash into him? Come on. All must be forgiven, right? Hey Harry, would you say if I told you I combined Angry Birds and Madness Combat? I don't see nothing wrong with that. No. Oh lord, he's naked! The thing is, I know I can beat P5, heck even beat NKG, Pure Vessel and Abstract 2 times. It's just my hands just stop working after a few seconds. Yeah, I'm about to experience that soon. Ouch. Oh my god. Yikes. Grim. Oh sh. Damn, that was unnecessary. He didn't make a sound there. Damn. Oh, immediately another pufferfish. Okay. Wasn't ready for that. Oh my god. What was it? Okay. Every time Harry walks into a projectile, my ancestor make me look. Look, like I said, I'm not perfect. And I'm getting too cocky at times, so. Maybe that's why. I wonder if there's a faster way to collect them. I saw it on one of the speedruns, but I forgot. You're doing good? Thank you. Oh. Come here. Speedrun strat. Yeah, I learned that from watching Scurry. Boing. Oh sh. Okay. Come on. I can't do anything. Boop. There you go. Boop. Okay. What's your least favorite bots in P5 except Markov? Oh, Blobbles, maybe? Oh, look, it's Hornet. Hey, Hornet. Where's Silk Song coming out? Okay. Forgot I need to double jump. Ouch. You like NOS in P5? Sorry, I don't know the language of Oh shit. Okay, hold on, I need to focus here. There you go. Bama. Still won't tell me where Silksong is releasing, huh? Oh, what? Shot. Gonna agree that Marcotte is easier than the laser face in abstract. You can sort of tell where he's gonna go because he's kind of slow, and the laser is just pure bullcrap. Yeah, I actually died a couple of times because it was so bullshit. It shot at where I needed to go like 3 times, and I got hit. So I need to pay attention to that. Alright, here we go. Jumping Ken. No. Wow. Oh, is our character in the field? Get back to her. Okay. Bruh. Oh my. I need to focus here as well. Yeah. Okay. Oh my. What? No. Get back here. No. Okay. No, Isles is actually a terrifying backstory. Yeah, I heard about that as well. Like, I watch it, I mean. It is quite disturbing. Not too early. Any other attacks I can do? Okay. Literally any other attacks I can do except the orb sometimes, that's bullcrap too, and the laser thing is literally either get to the top without getting hit or get once. Lose your cool and die, yeah. This is, okay, so this is where things get a lot harder. Here we go. Oh, okay, I thought you were doing the orb. No. Okay, this is where your heart goes crazy and your hands go stupid. Yep. I can already feel my hands slowly dripping off. Alright, let's mark off then. Okay. Just relax. No, I didn't mean to hit you. Let me heal, alright? No. No shit. Ow. Why? What is this? How are you up there? That never happened before. Alright, let's field champ one. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me drink real quick. Ah. Come on. Oh. I'm too close. Close, close. Okay. Oh! Fuck! Why am I nervous at NKG? Fuck me. Ugh. It's only 44 or 46 pounds, nothing to be stressed about. Consume the water. Consume. Alright, hold on. My hands is just so shaky right now. It's not, well, actually it's not that shaky, but it's quite shaky. Man. Speedrunners don't even take a break. Man, I don't know how they do it. Time, obviously, but since I am not a speedrunner and noob. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a noob, actually. I guess average. Victory brings immortality. That is true, my friend. NKG got me once at my P5 attempt, so I watched another speedrunning video about him. No, I literally skipped half of the fight. That's one of the fights, I guess, that I, alright, most of the fights that I didn't look it up. Like in NKG, I literally played it based on experience from my play when I died to him a lot. So it's not perfect. I still get hit here and there, even stupidly so. But Pure Vessel, on the other hand, as long as I don't panic, it should be fine. The problem is if I don't panic. That's the problem. That's the big P. Did we talk to you before?
Even long departed, that lingering.
Yeah, we had talked about it. Yeah. We got this. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys this glitch. You see that? Look at me go! I found it when I was fighting him. See you. There you go. Okay, that's him down. Alright, this is where we take another time off. I need to drink. Let me turn off my AC, it's cold. See? Cold means more shaky hands. That's bad. You guys know what time it is? Woo! Woo! I'm trying to hype myself up and calm myself down. Instead, I'm making myself more panic even more. Just actually, let me let me relax for a couple seconds. My hands feels weird. So how was your day? My day is good. I'm happy that I could stream and not lag. You better not die. Come on, you give me some encouragement so I don't, you know, get nervous. You can't relax. That's the whole point. I know. My hands feel so weird. It's like, ugh. Might get your nose itchy. I'm gonna pause if that happens. Here we go. Damn. Okay. Let's go! Yeah, baby! Yeah! You're gonna get forgotten, bitch! Let's go. Die. This is for every suffering you have caused. Die. Let's go. Hold on, this music is so loud. I can't skip it. Okay. Wow. Let's go. Is this the end? This is I would say, the fourth ending in the game. I've achieved now, I've gone 4 endings. The last one is quite hard to do. And I basically have to do this thing again, the whole Pantheon. Let's go! flower. I don't think I know hold on. Can I skip this? Can't skip it. Anyways, thank God. I was so lucky that the Radiant spawned on the platform I was in, so I could immediately just do lots of damage. That's what I've been praying. I pray that it spawned there, and it did. Thank God. I even defeated it with like all my health. Although yeah, my lifebloods are gone, but I didn't take that much damage. Maybe I either got lucky or I was over prepared. You know, I beated it so much times that probably was already ready. Now do the whole thing again with the flower next time. You know, okay, I want to talk about this. I thought I wanted to, but then after this, the flower and getting the flower itself is a pain in the ass. And now we have to do the fucking Pantheon thing all over again. It's not that different, the ending, I would say. So I wouldn't do it. Sadly I wouldn't do it. It's not that different. It is the 5th ending. The difference is just so little. How are you fighting Abstract like a speedrunner, and your fight is with your NKG? You literally fight him like an 8-year-old. That's what I said. In NKG, I don't practice him that much. I just go by my experience after I defeat him in the actual game, like the story. So yeah, it was not that good. While Radiance, on the other hand, I practice her over and over again, like every day at least once. So yeah, that's how I thought of those like little strats, I guess. Do better at NKG. I feel like I don't. That's the thing. I don't think I need to, because I am pretty much already guaranteed. Well, not guaranteed, but I have a high chance of beating it as long as I don't panic and stick to my strats. And then I'm fine. Pure Vessel, on the other hand, I actually do know a little bit of the strats by watching people fight it, so I'm not taking the full credit. Radiance, on the other hand, I just practice that thing over and over. Next stream, HK will react to HK memes. Honestly, I feel like you should just get the full 112% of the game instead of getting the ending. How do I do that? I don't... What's the percentage now that I've completed this? I need the flower, do I? I need to bring it to do it or something. Anyways, what I'm also thinking about is I want to react to myself fighting the bosses again, like the first time I met them, to see how horrible I am. I kind of want to watch that compared to now. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Ooh. Harry, you forgot one boss, but don't fight it. It will make your Pantheon harder. Yeah, I know. I know about Zote. Sadly, I because I didn't do Zote, I can't go find my statue in the Pantheon, because I need every boss. You never found Beretta? I found it. I found her actually, but I just didn't know how to get to her. So I just left her there. What's the next stream? Yeah, maybe more Sifu or something else. Who knows? This game is really good. The whole reason why I did this ending is because the game is just so good. I want to play it more. But not so much to the fact that I want to do the 5th ending, which is so little difference. So not doing that. Glad you feel proud. I feel absolutely good right now. Definitely not jealous and feel absolutely like trash. Have you not been the Pantheon 5, Mikey? All modded bosses in Path of Pain and section at once. Now we wait for Silk Song. Yes, please, Silk Song. Release this October. That'll be the best Halloween. Oh, this music is quite nice. What's a Halloween? Also, next Deltarune chapter. Yeah, I'm waiting until Deltarune gets fully released for me. Then I'll play it. Deltarune, Little Nightmares 3. There is. Yeah, there is Silk Song. What else is there that I want to play? There's this one game called Doors. It's not Roblox Doors, but it's like a stickman game thing that's coming up, but I'm sure you guys won't know about that. So I won't talk more about that. What else is there? I guess that's the 3 that I am excited to play. I have so little free time. Can't even do abstract every day like you. I definitely beat it this week though. Got lots of free time at the end of the week. Good luck, my friend. Genuine skill, Silk Song release date speculation. I think maybe around mid to late 2024. 2024? Didn't they say they're gonna release it 2012? 23. I don't know. I saw the number 102% and I said 12. Also, why didn't it increase? I did the ending. Scam. Well, at least I know now. I feel inspired. Thank you, my guy. You're welcome. 10 more percentage. How is it not? Do I really need? Is it the flower? Is that the extra 10%? The ending doesn't count in the percentage. Oh, you don't need P5 for percentage. Okay. Gypsy died probably. His is really busy. He barely has any time, even to play with us. He doesn't have time. So, yeah, he's pretty busy. Anyways, that's Hollow Knight for you. Man, this game is nice. I'm not ending it yet. I actually wanna. Oh, holy shit! It's only been an hour. Hasn't even been 2 hours. I wanna react to that. Not to that. I mean, I wanna see. I wanna see my Radiants fight again. That was insane. And for those that waiting for more Hollow Knight content, well, this is pretty much the end of me playing Hollow Knight. Probably, unless people, I don't know, ask me to play mods or something. There are mods that adds like thingies in the game. Where is it? Let's see if I could capture the. Okay. I want to see that. That was so cool. Can I Where is it? Ah, so cool. I like how we sort of like us the student become a master, you and I. Yeah, true. You did give me a lot of tips, even in the grim fight. Look at that! Oh, damn! Ah. Oh, you could hear how intense I'm typing or like doing stuff. Oh, you could hear the clicks. I didn't expect. By the way, I didn't expect her to die immediately here. I literally skipped that. That's why I went like, damn. I still don't know how to do that crap. I got like 5 skins thanks to discovering mods. Oh. Oh, this is the moment I was waiting for. It's spawning there. Oh, that was so good. And then immediately goes up. Oh. And even the lasers on that random bullshit. Well, sometimes, at least. I think I got hit once, right? I already forgot. Oh, I didn't. Damn. Got hit once here. Oh, actually, no, I fell. Yeah, there you go. Oh. And then I'm happy. You don't mark out Radiant yet? Nope. And I'm never doing that. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I think my luck apparently ran out, so now I have to do this crap a million times. I wish you luck, my friend. You could do it. If I can do it, you could do it as well. How about NKG? No, not even NKG. I did pure Vessel in Ascended. That's pretty much it. I haven't done much Radiant, except, well, I guess False Snipe, but that's the only boss, because I wanted to see what Radiant does. But no need to make myself suffer even more, you know, if it's not that different. Let Oh, I wanna see my horrible attempt. My horrible attempt first. When I fought her the first time. I died immediately, right? If my internet can let me look. But I'm surprised. Not even my internet has lagged that much, which is interesting. Oh yeah, this is just me practicing it. Oh, the quality. So good. Quality. I think it's here. Yeah, I paused it right here. Getting 112% is definitely just finding stuff you miss. Pretty fun stuff, especially the Mr. Mushroom thing. Oh, that counts. I see. Already just by looking at this, it's horrible. Oh. This is my first encounter, and then of Radiance in the Pantheon, and technically today was my second, if you don't count me practicing it. That was the second time of me looking at it. Oh, look at that. Oh, oof. Yep, there you go. Damn. Nice saying damn all of it. I'm just so happy. You know, is Magma here? Now that I've pretty much done everything, we could probably watch the Mozbag debunking MatPat's video about Hollow Knight. Very nice. But I don't think Magma is here. But actually, she's doing her homework. Boop 2 Pro. Nice. Not getting that Mossback video is so good. Yeah. I want to watch it. But do you guys want me to watch it? Do you guys want to watch it? I can watch it right now. Yo, Hexo, thank you for the... Did you do... Is that a sticker? Did you do a sticker? Thanks for the sticker. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You didn't need to do that, but thanks. Let's celebrate their first super on the live stream. Let's go. Well, what now? I suppose I could just end it here, but it's at not even 2 hours. Like in 30 minutes, it's gonna be 2 hours. What do you guys want to see in the future? What games? I gotta go, but I will be here still. All right, I play. What do you want to see? Wait, HK. Hollow Knight again? Silksong? Yo. When? Silksong when? Well, I guess I could continue Sifu. But do I really want to play another suffering game? I want to play something relaxing, not gonna lie. Like I feel horror games relaxing. I play. I know it's Halloween, but no. I'm sure if Chipsy were here, he would say yes. Let's do horror. Only another suffering game that takes longer to beat than HK. 74 hours. Ugh. Let me play some music, I guess. It's not just win. So. But my hands is still a little shaky after all of that. In Indonesia, it's not Halloween. When is Halloween? Is that? Yeah, I guess it's not. But people are already celebrating Halloween, so. When you master, it's fun to be on top of the ecosystem. What game are you talking about? Oh, Terraria. Terraria is sometimes relaxing. You don't like crafting games though. Yeah, I probably like it if I was probably playing with friends more than just one. But if it's just me or me and someone else, it gets oof because then my friend is gonna do most of the things because I'll be like doing anything else, just killing anything else. Rhythm games? Rhythm games. Yes. There is Friday Night Funkin', but I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with like the news or anything. Like what's the good mods here lately? So I don't know. Maybe maybe let's see. Minecraft stream? Me alone though? With friends, hell yeah. But Chipsy is busy and I don't think I have anyone else to play Minecraft with. Well, if maybe there is someone else, but I don't know. The fandom is quite rather quiet since it's been a long time since the update. Playing with your friends really makes the story 10 times better. So much chaos and panicking all the time. Anything, honestly, anything is fun with friends. I'll tell you that. That's why I would rather do like streaming with friends, because it's much more exciting and you know things don't get awkward when I don't have anything else to say. What game genre excites you? I guess adventure, maybe some adventure and games like this. Doesn't have to be 2D, can be 3D as well. Like story based as well. Like for example, Genshin Impact. I know this is really surprising coming from me, but I've been getting into a liking to that game. Although there are some parts of the story I do not like, but it's pretty cool. I like FNF. Not really that much stuff happening though. Yeah. I played the Imposter mod and the Indie Cross mod. I think that's the only two I've ever streamed. The FNF mod, the Indie Cross mod, I played that because, well, there's Cuphead and there's Undertale. That's why I played that. And I actually didn't know much about Bendy back then. Wait, no, that's a lie. I do actually know. I forgot that the third one was a holiday. Yeah, I played it because of those three. Bendy, Sans, and Cuphead. Since I literally just completed Cuphead, I think. Then I started streaming that. That's how I got into Cuphead, actually. When I saw the trailer, or like some other people playing it, I got into Cuphead, and then I asked my friend if he wants to play this game as well, which is Chipsy, and he agreed, and that was a good choice. That game is good. Your least favorite character in Genshin Impact? Least favorite character. Least favorite character. That's a lot of characters. If you're not talking about NPCs, maybe Lisa. she gives me the creeps, man. Like legit. Mommy, yay, Ningguang. Wish I could play Honkai Impact, but I need to wait till I get a new PC. I see. In Genshin and especially Honkai have a good story. Yeah, there are definitely some good parts in Genshin Impact as well. There are parts where I don't like, but that's normal. But so far, I am pretty much interested. Ever since Liyue. From Liyue to Fontaine, the story is good. Oh, especially the quest where you're just looking for your sister, like the Dainsleif ones. Those are good. That's Gypsy. Hello, Charles. Really send game. Other than those two, I really only play Shaggy and other small mods. You guys want to see that? Like when the like Genshin Impact. I mean, you guys want me to stream that? Cause I'd be down. I'll probably stream it if yes, then I'll probably stream it when the next update comes out, next missions, I guess. Cause right now I'm pretty much done the Archon quest. It's done. I already got new Valette using the Biden Hydro Blast. Yeah, I had a choice between getting him or Huta, and then I got Huta instead. So yeah. What I'm thinking about it. Since I didn't kill the Nail Master, I could go to Shio, right? Then see them just with each other. You don't mind what game you play? Did you defeat Child? I pretty much completed the game from Mondstadt to Fontaine at the moment. So yeah, I did. The only thing I didn't do was some of the world quests. I kind of skipped that because there's no dialogue. Fought Child 5 times now. Other than online games and Terraria, I literally don't play any other games. I kind of want to play more old games and bullet hell games like Toho. Interesting. Hold on. Let me turn on my AC. Okay. Do you know Underverse? Yeah, I do. I watched it until the end. And waiting until the next one. I watch Underverse, I watch the... what other... Wait, actually... I guess I watched Glitch Tale, but ever since the whole drama, I kinda don't like it. You becoming a future child main in progress. What the hell? Also, where is Shio? I forgot where he is. Oh yeah, I didn't even meet Un, right? I just remembered. I didn't even meet. I didn't go to the Lake of Un yet. This is where... Oh yeah, right. I have no wayward compass, so I'm lost. I have 6 5-stars. Nice. I kind of wanna... I just wanna watch myself, my past self, playing this game again. See how it went. Dude, I'm so lost. Oh, this is the Hornet fight. This goes to... holy shit. You want deal? I see. What is Blue doing? I'm just trying to find Shio. Oh no, actually I'm trying to find Ood. Guess what? Instead of doing nothing. I would absolutely poggers if you could play the Legend of Zelda games. I never played other games until got Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Legend of Zelda. That's a game that I haven't played at all as well, and I heard it's pretty good, but doesn't that game have crafting though? The animation for the next episode is already finished. They just need to do the sound effects and OST. Oh, that's cool. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm at the lake. Alright. What's over here? Ow. Wait, let me increase the sound. You can make food combos, but I just spam one type of food until I'm healed. Do you have the tier? Ah, I do. Yeah, I do. Because I did go there. I have Yila and Zhongli Child. Oh, you have Yila. Nice. She's a good Hydro, honestly. Nosk sequel. Okay, I guess next stream. Wait, when is the next update coming in Genshin? I forgot. I have to ask Sammy for that. It's a friend of mine. He plays the game a lot. Un. Fat ass slugs? Now we're talking. Yeah, that's me attempting to recreate what Mossback said. Shippavoon. I mean, who would want to worship a fat ass mushroom? Fat ass slugs? I love that part. Odin's area used to be a whole separate area. Oh. Wouldn't allow me to do Nivela's story quest because the stupid quest is making me do another quest. Ah, you're getting soft locked. Okay. Wait, I didn't sit. I saw. I did sit on a bench. Yeah, what does Shape of Un do actually?
Reveals the form of
Take new shape, can move freely to avoid enemies. Oh, it's the one where you turn into a tiny bug. It's pretty cute. He's the only 4-star character that I got. Razor? Ah. I find Harry's stream more entertaining probably because you actually get the chance to chat, unlike the streams to have 4K or more people watching. When that time comes for me, which is gonna take a long time obviously, but it might happen to me when there's too many things, like the chat goes too fast and I can't read, but I will definitely still read. Unless the game is so intensive that I can't read at all. But for now, yeah, I can chat. Also 2 days until the 1000th day of Silksong news. Are they still talking about news? Aren't they like now just... There's no news. Just talking about nothing. Just memes. I can take off. I can take these off now. I can just...
Reveals the form of
Yo, look at me.
well,
yeah, no helm. Lisa, bro. That's a lot. I would say I have too much characters. And I don't know what to do with them. But I still pull regardless. Grimchild. Wait, no. Oh yeah, I don't have that one charm from Crossroads as well. Man. So nice to be free. Where else? Yo! Wait, I think Quick Slash is better. Spiders. Harry compass. Oh shit! Don't forget about the compass. Thank you for reminding me.
whispers its location.
Whispers its location. There you go. That's all the characters I got. If there's no news, he'll just go like there is no news to report about Silsong for the day in a depressed voice. Overcharm compass. How do you even do that? Pretty sure you can't, right? Because it's just one. Fat ass slugs. Now we're talking. Okay, where is Shio? Oh, Shio's over there. It's down. See if we could meet the nail master again, because the last time the chat didn't want to kill him, even though he kind of wanted to die. And he's now Genshin Impact weapon carries. Alright. Well, that settles it then. Next stream, Genshin Impact. Let's go. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people that'll be disappointed to see that. I honestly, even back then, I didn't like the game. Or like didn't want to try it out. But ever since I saw the art style and the animation, I got interested. Oh no, Harry's gonna become a Genshin player. He's gonna become fat. Hey. So nice going here. It's kind of nostalgic. I'm gonna miss this game. Have you heard of a game called Baldur's Gate? Yeah, I have. But that game is turn-based, so sadly I'm not interested. I've watched a little bit of the gameplay from my friend. Didn't like it. Maybe after this I'll try out... Oh shit. I'll try out Path of Pain. Just for the sake of it. Oh, you mother... Okay. You want Baldur's Gate 3 so much, even though you never played or never understood D&D games. I swear I had other game recommendations, they just disappeared. It'll come around. Can I go here? There you go. Shio! Yo!
Oh, look who's joined us. We have quite a merry crowd now, don't we? This fellow came wandering into my hut, quite distraught, and on his own quest for a new calling in life. We talked and found a common love for creating and building and honing a craft. So, now we make art together. It's good to have company. I hadn't realized how lonely I was. It's like being with my brothers again. Stay with us if you like.
He wants to be with his brothers again. Not gonna lie, the whole day I played Genshin was just me being so confused and I never played it again. Yeah, I won't blame you. It is kind of confusing at first. The only reason I kept going that much is because I had a friend watching. And playing it alone is just kind of boring. Unless it's the like the full-on quest. Not the the important quests where things are exciting. But when you're doing everything else, when you have a friend watching or anyone else, you feel like it's not so empty. And then they can also help you. All because of gacha. Honestly, I myself were really addicted to just doing it over and over. But then there's a friend of mine, not a friend, not Sammy. He told me to save up instead of spending it the moment I got enough. So yeah.
Oh, hello, traveler. How strange that we should meet again in a world as vast as this. I must thank you for not killing me when I asked you to. I was irritated at first, but I had some time to think up there. I soon saw the wisdom in your decision.
Okay, now you're making me feel
The world is made
bad.
of more than metal and weapons. I set out exploring, and soon found my way here.
First time I played the game wasn't even really trendy, so nobody was there to help me.
Shio is a master of many arts, and has promised to teach me what he can. I think I'll be quite
The little
happy
blocks on
here.
the floor. Oh yeah, he painted him. Happy couple. Allow the nailsmith to find a new calling. I got achievement.
We're building a full suite of the kingdom's knights. In their time, I barely ever paid them attention. But Shio keenly remembers each.
I tried to save up, but then I want help from my sister, and she makes me use it all. Oh, that sucks.
It's so refreshing. Nothing like the crude practice of nail work. I just love all the intricate details.
Honestly, I respect Shio a lot. Like in the story, he's considered one of the best out of the three, right? One of the best nail masters out of the three. Like Shio, Oro, and Mato. But then he decides to put his nail down and go with arts, which is pretty cool. Well, Mato still is doing his nail stuff, so training and dreams of being a teacher. Well, Oro, on the other hand, I think I hope I don't get them, you know, what is the word? I can't find. Mixed up. I hope I don't get them mixed up. Their name, their looks are pretty the same. Mine was 121 promises, but we'll pull. You should probably save, honestly. I recommend. Until the end of the month, until the end, like a day before the banner is gone. I guess I suggest you save up. Resist the urge. And I just do 1 or 10 falls and keep grinding. A couple of months later, half of my class plays the game. I was so sad. What do you guys think though of the game, Genshin? The story, obviously the art style is phenomenal. I don't need to ask that. Pretty sure everyone would agree. But like about the story or the gameplay, it was kind of my first introduction to those type of games. Because I haven't played any other games that's like that. 3D and like Dark Souls type, I guess. I would probably play Dark Souls because technically that's another Hollow Knight but 3D. But since I said I wanna do something relaxing. Mine I don't have. I only have 15. The part where Signor guys. Honestly, my favorite. Let me ask you guys actually first. What's your favorite region in the story? Mine is Liyue, honestly. Fontaine is good. No, Fontaine is in second. Well, third. Inazuma is in. Ow. Inazuma is in second. Content is third. Because Liu Wei had a very cool, had very cool cutscenes in the end. At least the mechanics. Playing Genshin is kind of familiar to me, probably because it's somewhat similar to Zelda. I just asked my friend who plays Genshin, and he said, I mean, it's just an anime, the game, so cool. Like, he's not wrong. But mostly the reason, like, the first reason I played the game was because I wanted to learn about its animations, or to observe it, I mean, and then maybe implement it in some of my animations as well. Sadly, there's not a lot of cutscenes. There are, and most of it, they are good, but I wish there are a lot more cutscenes, like animated cutscenes instead of the in-game ones. Mondstadt will always feel home to me, but for me it depends on which my favorite characters are. Okay, where do I want to go again? There is one charm in Forgotten Crossroads. I wanna animate like Hoyo does. Why must I need to learn the basics first? That is a must-do, apparently. Sadly, you have to learn the basics, or else you won't be able to do the advanced stuff. That's just the true way. And don't be too sad. Most of the animations I saw were kind of motion capture. At least that's what I think. Pretty sure it's motion capture, like a lot of it, which is fine. I could still use it to practice or like observe it. So don't need to beat yourself up about it. And like, if you think that your animation is quite bad compared to them, because in the end they have a lot more experience than you, right? So wait, what the hell is this? Okay, didn't see this before. So we want watch vid at the end of? Yeah, sure. I could watch it. I could watch the video. I'll watch it after. I want to get to. Oh shit! It's over here. I'm gonna try a Path of Pain. Just give it like 3 tries.
That's it. No.
Honestly excited for Snezhnaya region because people said the map is gonna be small. I don't believe that much. It's probably gonna be small, but then again, it's Russia, so it's probably gonna be big. Probably the biggest. But then again, Liyue is quite. Never mind. I'm thinking that Liyue was kind of small, but I think it's pretty big because of the chasm. There's. And as for Pontaine, boy, we have guns now. Kinda gave up on trying to fix them. Just having problems with a few models that I try to get from the workshop. Kinda give up. Oh my god! They're killing them! Why did Team Cherry make them aggressive against those guys? What the hell? Okay. Path of Pain isn't as bad as I thought. It's just harder, I guess. Oh yeah, about the errors from the workshop thing. It has happened to me as well, but the way I fix it is I don't. Or I just make my own models. Oh, look at them. They're all sitting. Cute. Okay. Since I'm going Path of Pain, probably want to get something good. Lifeblood Heart. What else is there? Is Johnny's Blessing good? Or like on at least for Path of Pain. What else could I use? Get more soul?
Used by
Sprint Master, Dash. Oh, Dash Master is probably good. Oh, Long Nail for the Pogo. Pogo. Alright. Wait, I think I wanna... you know what, no. Let's try this. Still don't have a map for this. Where is the... Does anyone remember where the Path of Pain is? Oh, it's here. Okay. What? Isn't that supposed to be broken? Oh well.
To witness secrets sealed, one must endure the harshest punishment.
On Fontaine, as I was saying, it does almost have guns like Manascopa. And we have a metal pipe. Oh! Didn't even see that. There's no map for White Palace and the God Home, and I got mods which add them. Alright. No! Ah! No! No! Can you heal? Oh, you can. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna give it one more try. I'm gonna new skin and try one honestly, and his hair flowing right. There's more you could get. You require of it to get the Fontaine metal pipe. I have not heard of this pipe. What? I already experienced White Palace, so this is... Okay. How do you think you're so bad at this and destroy Absolute Radiance? Because I practice Absolute Radiance. I didn't practice this. Come on, give me a break. Oh my. Oh well. Yo. No! Really? Okay. No! No! To be damned as Dottore, yo! Oh my. Okay, yeah, for real this time. This is gonna be the last run. Then I'll, that doesn't count. And then I'll watch the Mossbag video. So I do wanna watch that. What the hell? No! Really? It brings me back here. Well, that's a good try. At least get to the soul thing. Why are you so bad? Definitely not saying this to make me feel better from you beating abstract. Hey, come on now. You could do. You could do it. Okay, fine. Actual last one. Oh my. Okay, let's watch that video. Fuck's sakes. Maybe I'll do that offline, I don't know. Just to relax. There's the tape. Oh wait, last time I checked, I'm not the one who is Astra. Okay, hold on. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Spoiler warning, by the way, if you don't want to get spoiled from the story of the game. So this is basically MatPat made a whole video regarding Hollow Knight's lore, and he got it so wrong that the Hollow Knight community like attacked him. So Mossbag, who has a video about the Hollow Knight lore, and he made a video debunking MatPat's Hollow Knight theory, which is interesting. So yeah.
I'm
Bit more.
literally shaking and crying right now. I can't believe MatPat has done this. Is nothing in this world sacred anymore? Is no work of art free from this man's grasp?
Oh wait, I should change the title since this is not me playing anymore. I'll change the title back soon. There you go.
Oh, God.
We didn't attack them. We
I
sort
can't
of
do this.
Area 51 him. Yeah, that's
How
not
could MatPat
insane,
really
I
say all
think.
those things about the Canterbury Tales? What did Chaucer ever do to deserve this? I mean, sure, that deathbed confession right at the end felt pretty contrived, but the wife of Bath's Tale has given us precious insight into the role of women during the late Middle Ages. He probably even thinks that Decameron is better written. Pathetic. Someone has to stand up against this monster. Someone has to tear his oh shit. Give me a shout out. Thanks.
Oof, he gave him a shout out and he still got it wrong. That's oof.
So the
Oh my
game
God.
theorists have finally put out a Hollow Knight lore video, and MatPat himself uttered my name with his own 2 lips. The capitalization in the video is wrong.
If you know what his
Mossbag
theory is, you'll
supposed to be
understand.
all lowercase. I mean, it's literally how I start every video, but that's okay. I'm still cool with it. Thanks to MatPat, my original Hollow Knight lore video finally hit 1 million views.
Yo.
And more importantly, I've gained over 1,000 new followers on Twitter. So now even more people can read my reviews of each and every episode of King of the Hill. It's also great to see a video about Hollow Knight trend on YouTube. This community really has come a long way. But as cool as all that is, MatPat's theory is pretty bad. No, I may not have 11 million subscribers like MatPat does. And no, I've never given a copy of Undertale to the Pope. But I did send the
Wait,
Dalai Lama
what?
a copy of my Rick and Morty Spec
He did
script.
that? Alright.
And I am something of a theorist myself, so I think I am qualified to make a response to this new video. And no, this isn't some sort of takedown video. I'm already mortal enemies with VatiVidya and IndieMouse. I don't need a third YouTuber coming after me. Even if MatPat
I
has
forgot
the
that
file
MatPat
the
also made a
sanctity of our
theory on the
fandom,
murder
it's
drones. I'm
completely
rather
terrible
scared
and
on what his
abhorrently
theory is.
offensive. Fuck. This isn't going well. I should just restart the video.
Okay.
Here's some context if you're just joining in. The Hollow Knight community's reaction to this new video has been pretty negative.
Wait, I
Mainly
wanna
Hollow
see
Knight-
this.
Okay.
Here's some context if you're just
I wanna see the
joining in.
memes.
The Hollow
Game theory, the Knight is the Pale King, everyone in the Hollow Knight community. Splish splash, your pin is dry. Oh,
Hollow Knight
okay.
community's reaction
They're the same picture.
to this new video has been
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
negative. Mainly because there are a lot of perceptions
Wait,
this
what
new
is
video
this
has
about
been
Viridians? Is this Pale King?
pretty negative. Mainly because there
Everything
are a lot
is
of
Pale
perceived
King.
flaws in the theory.
Truth
As a
about
result,
Sans. So
there
the
are some
Sans?
people
What?
saying that the Hollow Knight
Yo.
fanbase is toxic. And yeah, maybe my initial reaction
Never
to MatPat's
didn't watch
video
it since
could
I've
be
never,
perceived
pretty much
as
never seen his videos. Me neither. I
rude,
didn't see his.
But you have to understand
theory
that being
video.
an asshole
Or any
is
other
just
video.
part of my online shtick.
The only thing I watched
It's a completely
was his
original-
FNAF theory videos, and that I didn't even watch it fully. Only like the first and second, and after that I
Clever
stopped.
concept, I know. But
'Cause it
in
gets
general,
so
I don't
deep.
think this community is too toxic. Some of us are just a little defensive about the lore, that's all. But it is important to remember that, at the end of the day, MatPat is just a guy who wanted to talk about Hollow Knight. And
True.
I've got nothing against that. It
True.
just gives me an excuse to talk about this game even more. That being said, I reckon it's time to get out the propane and propane accessories, boys and girls, because we're about to burn this theory to the ground. So if you haven't seen the Game Theorist video yet, I recommend you check it out.
What is
I'm
this?
going to go through all of MatPat's arguments, but I'm not going to play his whole video through, so you'll have to watch it yourself if you want the full context. Then, you can watch this video and come to your own conclusion about Hollow Knight's lore. The issue on debate here has to do with the nature of the Knight and the whereabouts of the Pale King. MatPat's theory is that the Knight is actually the Pale King reincarnated.
We are supposedly just another one of those failed experiments, except I don't think that's the case here. If you stop and dig through the massive amounts of secret lore hidden throughout this game, it's my belief that we're not just some random nobody. We are, in fact, royalty, the king, in fact. It's my belief that in Hollow Knight, we're playing as the Pale King himself.
This isn't a new theory.
I think you
It's been
are
around
a
for a
recognition.
while, but I've never really talked about it here on this channel. There are several problems with this theory, the biggest one being the lack of evidence. A lot of the evidence that MatPat will present in this
Gotta
video
go, bye.
can be
Goodbye,
interpreted
iPlay.
in ways
Thank you
that
for
make
joining in.
much more sense
See ya.
when put in a different context. Second, there are pieces of evidence that contradict this theory. You can poke a lot of small holes into MatPat's timeline here, and a few bigger ones as well. With the biggest hole being that you literally see the Knight with the Pale King in the same room.
Yep.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with MatPat's first argument, the higher being tablets in the King's Pass, which all begin with the phrase, higher beings. These words are for you alone. These tablets are very mysterious, and I don't think that there is really a consensus on what they mean. One theory I see a lot is that these tablets were left here for the vessels, as a way to teach them how to focus soul. But then why did the Pale King leave a lore tablet like this in the Ancient Basin, or the Howling Cliffs? they don't contain information that would be pertinent to them, and some of these
A
tablets
reaction
seem
to a
predate the creation
reaction.
of the vessels. Another theory is that the
YouTube
tablets are
section.
addressed to the bugs that were granted higher thought through the Pale King's beacon. The problem with that theory is that the tablets teach how to focus soul, which doesn't seem to be a thing that regular bugs can do. At least not easily. Personally, I believe this explanation is the correct one, but my thoughts on it are super speculative. I've linked a document below if you want to check it out. So yeah, these tablets are quite mysterious indeed. But for MatPat's argument, all that really matters is the fact that the Knight can read them, even though they are stated as being intended for only higher beings. MatPat explains that higher beings are godlike creatures, mentioning the Reddit AMA post and the King's
So
Soul
reaction
charm
to a
description.
reaction to a reaction.
I agree with
etc.
Matt here.
Yep.
He then mentions that pretty much only higher beings can manipulate soul.
The tablet even says, quote, "You shall achieve feats of which others can only dream." Again, setting apart soul users, like our knight, from pretty much every other creature that we encounter throughout this game.
Now MatPat does say pretty much every other creature, so I can't
But,
say he's
yeah.
wrong, but there are examples of creatures that can manipulate soul that aren't higher beings. Two
Yep.
examples of this would be the Snail Shamans and the Scholars of the Soul Sanctum. The Snail Shaman gives the Knight the Vengeful Spirit Charm, and another soul spell can be found near another shaman in the Overgrown Mound. The higher being tablet in the King's Past
Still
teaches
wondering how the
to
Knight gets souls by
focus
hitting
soul.
bugs.
We see the word focus again in the Ancestral Mound.
I like
where
to
there's
think
a
that that's just a
whispering
game
group that gives
thing.
The Dreamnail dialogue,
Or maybe, like,
spiral focus.
The
I think this
Knight
is
can
referring
just
to how the shaman can focus
literally take the soul out of their bodies. That's how it kills it.
soul to cast spells, just like the Knight. The word spiral probably refers to the spiral of the snail shell the shaman is wearing. Now the nature of the snail shamans is a little sketchy, seemingly tied to the void somehow, but I don't think they are higher beings. However, the bugs of the Soul Sanctum are definitely not higher beings. They were able to learn how to manipulate soul through diligent practice and study, but as a result, their minds have begun to swell and ache, so it's not really an ideal situation. In the Soul Sanctum, there is a lore tablet that also mentions their desire to attain a pure focus. And while they may not have been totally successful, these bugs have proven that they were capable of manipulating soul. And the specific focus ability that the Knight learns from the lore tablet is not specific to just this vessel. During the pure vessel fight, the Hollow Knight uses a move that's described in the game's code as being a focus ability. So this ability doesn't appear to separate the Knight from the other vessels. But ultimately, I don't think this really hurts the point MatPat is trying
I
to
want to say
make.
something because I was
That
too
being
busy
that
on
the
Genshin
Knight is a
Impact
higher
like
being.
few minutes.
So not
Uh,
only are we reading
drinks went
tablets
offline.
reserved
Yeah.
for higher beings, but we're
This is-
also using skills reserved for the godlike creatures of the world on par with the Pale King. Does it really sound like we'd just be some failed experiment cast into the depths of this world?
I think it's possible that the Knight is a higher being in
Yes.
some regard, but that doesn't mean the Knight has to be a reincarnation of the Pale King.
This
The
is
Knight,
another fact
the
that we
Hollow
probably
Knight,
attack
and the other
Hornet more than
vessels are the
50
offspring of the
times.
Pale King and the White Lady. There's a lot of evidence for this. There's the White Lady, who literally calls the Knight her spawn. The line, "born of God and void," from the birthplace cutscene alludes to the vessels being born from the White Lady and the Pale King, but then being corrupted by the void. And there's the fact that the Pale King and the White Lady had a quote-unquote union.
Oh my god, it's this thing again. I can't show
don't
that on
think MatPat
YouTube.
is arguing against this point, but calling the Knight a failed experiment could lead people to believe that the vessels really aren't the Pale King's biological children. Granted, Grimm does call the Knight a craft, but this is possibly just referring to how the vessels are a combination of the spawn of higher beings mixed with the influence of void. Another big piece of evidence for this is the fact that the achievement you get for defeating the Hollow Knight with Hornet by your side is called Sealed Siblings. This confirms that the Knight and Hornet are siblings, and we know that Hornet is the daughter of the Pale King, since the White Lady mentions that the Pale King had sex with Harry the Beast. Not only does this strengthen the argument that the vessels were the literal children of the Pale King, but it also
Plot
pretty
test
much
for you,
confirms
Mappa,
that the
where
Knight
actually a
specifically is
mistake by
child of
Pale
the
King and somehow got plot
which,
armor in
by
the
the way,
game.
debunks MatPat's whole theory. So I guess we could end the video now.
can be found in
As I
Fontaine
was saying,
fishing. Oh,
being the literal
All
children
right.
of two higher beings would suggest that the knight and all the other vessels are also higher beings as well. This is hinted at for the Hollow Knight at least in the Hunter's Journal entry for the pure vessel, which mentions that it has a holy shell. So I don't think this attribute separates the knight as being unique compared to the other vessels. This is an argument you're going to hear me use a lot in this video. A lot of the connections MatPat makes between the knight and the Pale King can be explained by remembering that the knight is the Pale King's child. The reason
Yeah.
we should interpret it this way is because the game explicitly tells us that the knight is the Pale King's child, while there really isn't anything telling us that they are the
Oh.
same person.
Is my
After this
internet lagging?
argument, MatPat brings up the very beginning of the game.
Rick
the
Astley's
Elegy
answer.
for
Yeah, it was
Hallownest.
probably. I
MatPat
already knew
first
that.
mentions that the poem itself
I was
isn't
thinking
about
there was something
Hallownest,
else.
but is instead about the
This looks
Pale
so
King.
familiar.
You don't know it when you start the game, but this poem is about the Pale King.
So this poem is called Elegy for Hallownest, but the poem itself seems to be addressed to a person. So it's not a stretch to think that the poem is actually talking about the Pale King. Hallownest is the Pale King's kingdom, and everything that Hallownest offered to travelers was because of the Pale King. The two are so closely entwined that the poem is pretty much saying the same thing.
That's a lot
regardless
of
if
stuff,
it's addressed
Charles.
to the personified version of Hallownest or to the Pale King himself. MatPat then goes into what the poem means when it says that the Pale King tamed savage souls and redeemed base instincts.
In the beginning of the game's lore,
In the
all
beginning.
bugs were basically a hive mind controlled by the moth god Radiance. The Pale King was the one who expanded the minds of bugs, giving them individuality and sapience, showing them, as the poem says, a world that they had never dreamed.
There really isn't any evidence that the Radiance's control was widespread before the Pale King's arrival. I'm not saying it's impossible, but another possibility is that the bugs didn't have individuality or sapience because they were living in a wasteland, similar to what we see outside of Hallownest. Those bugs don't have minds, as it would be a weakness out in the wild, but when the Pale King showed up, he established a kingdom and expanded the minds of these bugs. He also drew the attention of the Moth tribe, who were at the time worshipping the Radiance, but ended up yeeting her out of their memory, causing her to be sealed away. The infection in the hive mind might have been the result of the Radiance's imprisonment. As the
With that,
Moth
it can
Prophet
turn
explains,
into a
to
hang.
stifle that light is to suppress nature. Nature suppressed distorts, plagues us. This implies that the infection is a byproduct of the Radiance being sealed away. This makes more sense to me than the Radiance already having bugs enslaved in a hive mind, and that the Pale King just strolled in and saved them. I mean, if you look at what is happening in this animation, it doesn't really make sense, does it? If the Pale King can just cure infection like this, then what's the point of all the stuff that happens later with the vessels?
They're just
Or to
experiments.
know, too, that this isn't just a poem about the Pale
Maybe the-
King, but it's direct
Maybe the Pale King just wants to make a lot of babies. He knew how to cure it, but didn't want to.
to the Pale King. Your name, you the challenge met. And then what do we see appear on screen just moments later? Our knight. It would be one thing if the poem was just about the Pale King, but the fact that it's directed at him just seconds before we actually see our character makes it seem like the designers are drawing a parallel between this King of Legend and our first appearance on screen. We are the you in that poem.
Except there's a whole other cutscene in between this poem and when we see the knight. By this
Yeah.
logic, this means that the Hollow Knight is the Pale King.
Everyone
I mean,
in
technically, we do see Zote moments after this poem. A few thousand moments, maybe, but the principle still applies.
everyone
But
is
even
a Pale
if the
King. Every
intro
vessel is a
cutscene
Pale
with the
King.
knight appeared right after the poem, I still wouldn't find it very compelling.
Also, if the Radiance does control the bugs, why wouldn't she just gangbang the knight when she's sitting on a bench when he's sitting on a bench or something? I don't know, because there's no infected bugs nearby. Game thing.
I mean, we are entering
Story
Hallownest,
wise, yeah,
and the poem
why
is
not?
talking
But
about Hallownest.
game
or at least
wise,
the person
it would
who
make
built
sense.
it. So why does the knight have to be factored into this at all? Let's move on to Elderbug.
Or
There
maybe
are a
she
lot of
doesn't. She didn't think that the knight was that big of a threat. What did I say? Threat. Until the knight got the Void Heart, maybe. Cause or maybe she was just not interested in dealing with the knight.
places you can look
It's
to
just a
find
vessel.
information about the Pale King. The Elderbug is not one of them. As
There
you'll
are
see, I
flying
don't think
bugs,
MatPat's
true.
interpretations of Elderbug's dialogue makes any sense. MatPat argues that Elderbug's dialogue about dreams hints at the knight being the Pale King.
The usage of the word dreams is important, since at the beginning of the game, not knowing the lore of this world, we all assume it's just our knight pursuing the dream of wealth or fame, just like
What?
the Elderbug says. But late in the game, we get ourselves an item called the Dream Nail, which is how we unlock memories of the past and ultimately defeat the Radiance inside the mind of Hollow Knight. It's also the tool that allows us to find the Pale King's White Palace. It is a place that is literally hidden in dreams. So, like Elderbug says, we are seeking our dreams, in perhaps a very literal sense, which is especially true if we are playing as the Pale King.
The knight goes to a lot of different places in the dream world, so I don't know what makes the White Palace so
Elderbug is
special.
younger than most
This
NPCs because he never
interpretation
saw
also ignores the
stagnation
rest of
open
the
until you
Elderbug's
do.
dialogue.
Yeah, I
Elderbug
heard that
goes
one
on to
about
warn
after
the
watching
infection
the
below,
other
and finishes by saying,
the previous
perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all.
lore video
This
from
dialogue
us
makes
back.
sense if we link it back to the Radiance. The Radiance is an
It's a place where you see the king sitting down.
infection begins by plaguing the
He's
dreams of
fucking
the
dead.
world until their will becomes enslaved. In fact, the achievement unlocked for beating the Radiance
No,
is called...
the argument is just, if you think that it is the Pale King, then why is there a cutscene where there's the Hollow Knight, the Knight, and the Pale King at the same time? So that just say that, you know, when just say that whenever someone says, "Oh, the Knight is actually the Pale King," just slap them with this cutscene.
dream no more. So I think this line makes much more sense if we interpret it as being a warning about the Radiance. If we interpret those extra lines using MatPat's reading, then the Elderbug is telling us not to go to the White Palace, I guess? Now, it's worth noting that the Elderbug mentions dreams again when you dream nail him after giving him the delicate flower, remarking, perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all. I think this just shows how the knight has restored hope in Elderbug, similar to how it restores hope for Hallownest, or something like that. MatPat's next point has to do with the Elderbug's dialogue if you initially ignore him at the start of the game, and then come back. He'll mention that he thought he saw a ghost.
If we are indeed the Pale King returning to a land that we once abandoned, we would indeed be a ghost from the past. It's another potentially really clever play on words that I appreciated. Am I reading too much into this? Maybe, but again, this is clearly a team who has themselves a literary flair and who like to make you really think about the words that they're using.
So, MatPat's reading too much
What
into
the
this.
fuck?
Now, to be fair,
Hello,
the word
Zay.
ghost
Welcome
might
back.
actually be hinting at the knight's true nature. The word ghost is only used 9 other times in the game, all of which are from Hornet when talking to the knight. Hornet calls the knight a ghost because it is the dead shell of a child of the Pale King and White Lady that has been hollowed out and animated by Void. So maybe Elderbug's dialogue is alluding to that?
You feel like MatPat probably thought the cutscene was just the knight having flashback as the king, and the king in the White Palace is just an illusion or something. Maybe he thinks that the king in the White Palace is just the moments after he reincarnated. I don't know. Well, it can't. There's no way he thinks it's an illusion. You literally need to hit the Pale King, like physically hit him, and then take the king's soul. So, I don't think he thinks that's an illusion. But he might. But your thing about MatPat thinking that it might be just Pale King's dream, or like memory about the Hollow Knight, and the knight is actually not real. In that's the knight wasn't there that time.
But I still think this is just a common expression the Elderbug is using. The next part of MatPat's video has to do with how the knight is recognized by a few different people as being related to the king. First up is the White Lady.
During one of your interactions with the White Lady, aka the Queen, she outright says to the knight,
Is it more than just a vessel? I feel like once again I'm in the presence of my beloved worm.
Worm
She's blind,
being another
so-
name for the Pale King.
This dialogue only appears within a certain context that MatPat fails to mention. This dialogue is triggered after the knight collects the King's Soul Charm. This charm is described as symbolizing a union between two higher beings, and pieces of this charm can be found in the possession of both the White Lady and the Pale King's corpse. So part of this charm literally came from the Pale King,
Exactly.
which means it's no surprise that the White Lady thinks of him when the knight has it, and only when
yeah,
the knight
almost
has
feel like.
it. Also,
Yeah,
when talking
she
to
also
the White
said
Lady
almost
with the
feel like.
Grimchild charm fully upgraded, she says this: "Success then for the Scarlet Heart, and irony to use my spawn to grow its own." She literally calls the knight her spawn,
Yeah.
so I don't think the knight is supposed to be her husband.
And then
Now
she
don't-
calls for the Pale King a spawn of her. Oh, the Pale King is actually the White Lady. Oh! No way. It all makes sense. Maybe he thinks the metaphor how the knight wants to finish their job instead of running away as the king. Pale King is a verb, so he has already been reincarnated once. He uses this, and this video is evidence, but that is dumb. True. There aren't even any other bugs that can reincarnate themselves in the game. I don't know. Maybe, I guess, does the grubber flies count? I don't think so, but I don't know much about reincarnation in Hollow Knight. I don't think there even is.
Don't get me wrong, I'm into some kinky shit, but even I think that's too much.
The
man.
Rick
And she's
Rick
not
Astley
the only
thing
one
again.
who gets kingly vibes from the player character. The White Defender, one of the Pale King's 5 main knights, also has
That's
interesting
sad. I didn't
dialogue.
actually
White
see this
Defender-
cutscene because I didn't actually fight the White Defender in the
She's
game.
not the
I fought him in the Hall of
only one who
Gods.
gets kingly vibes
So I
from the
didn't-
player
oh,
character.
that's- I
The
didn't
White
get to see that.
Defender, one of the Pale King's 5 main knights, also has interesting dialogue. Quote,
Your noble bearing reminds me of our dear king.
so that's 2 of the king's closest relations being reminded of their dearly departed when they interact with us.
You don't need to have the King's Soul to fight the White Defender, but notice how toned down this line is from what the White Lady said. The White Defender says the knight reminds him of the Pale King,
Yeah.
which makes sense considering the fact that the knight is the child of the Pale King. Matt then mentions the royal retainers and how they bow to the knight.
10 out of 10 royal retainers can't be wrong. You are royalty, plain and simple.
That's because we have
Now, some people
we
in the
got
comment
Mark
section were
we got
arguing
Mark
that
for the
they only
king.
bow if the knight
so-
has the King's brand, but that's not true. They bow regardless.
Oh, never mind.
This is an argument I've seen a lot from the people who disagree with MatPat, that most of the characters being reminded of the Pale King when looking at the knight can be explained via the King's brand, but you can reach the White Defender and the White Palace without the King's brand. To my knowledge,
True.
the only character confirmed to explicitly mistake the knight for the Pale King due to the King's brand is Eterna and Militia. But it doesn't really matter that the knight doesn't have the King's brand, because you can still argue that the royal retainers are bowing because the knight is related to the Pale King. There are statues of the Hollow Knight in the White Palace after all, which could mean that they revered the vessels as well as the Pale King. But there are a lot of questions surrounding the royal retainers. If you dream nail them, they appear to be talking to the Pale King. They mention things like, "We will wait, King," and "King, your troubles, let us." Another detail worth mentioning is that the royal retainers explode into essence when they are killed, leaving no corpse behind. So what should we make of this? It seems to me like these bugs are unaware that the Pale King is dead, and are awaiting him to take some sort of action, but are worried about his state of mind. The Dreamnail dialogue doesn't imply that they recognize the knight as the Pale King, who has finally returned, but again, there's something weird going on with these guys. They seem to be living in the past, and are not really in a lucid state of mind. So yeah, I think there's a lot of mystery surrounding these guys.
I
but
feel like
to
they're
sum
not
this
even
section
real.
up, I still agree with MatPat's point here.
If they
That
become like
being that the
dream
knight
essence.
is
Maybe
royalty.
they're just memory
But
of the
again,
Pale King. I
that
don't
doesn't
know.
help prove this reincarnation theory, because we know that the knight is royalty through it being
Pale King hired MatPat to make a vid about him so people believe he's what? MLA, she is the last normal citizen, so she's just sat there laughing her ass off, and she's, as her name suggests, eternal. So it would make sense why she thought that was probably the Pale King or someone else, because she probably would have seen the Hollow Knight and the Pale King.
the Pale King's child.
They are familiar.
MatPat then goes into a discussion about how the Pale King went from his first worm form into his second bug form. This occurred at Kingdom's Edge,
So
where
maybe
the
thought
worm's corpse
maybe
can still
MatPat
be
thought the
found.
king was the knight's memories.
A fat-ass caterpillar
Probably.
named Bardoon explains that when worms die, they don't just die, but actually transform into something else.
So Bardoon knows the Pale King spawned out of the worm. He clearly says that the kingdom is his doing, but this line of more transformation seems to imply that the Pale King's death would only lead to yet another form. Do we think that Team Cherry put this line in here for no reason? I think not.
Bardoon isn't saying more transformation, as in there will be another transformation. He's saying that death for a worm is more like a transformation. Now, is there anything in the game that says the Pale King can or cannot transform a second time? Well, no.
Is he really the
We
last
don't really
normal
have any
normal?
proof that the Pale King did transform into
Normal
a
is
third
not the
form.
word. No, she's
Let's
definitely
look at the
not
egg that
normal.
the Pale King hatched out of from the worm.
If you can
Page
live forever, you will
111
never
of
be
the
normal.
Wanderer's Journal discusses this transition. What happened to the worm from there is a mystery. It doesn't appear to have died there, so perhaps it shed its gargantuan form and became something entirely different. Deep within the maw of the carcass, a pale broken egg of some sort hints at such a rebirth. This implies that the Pale King hatched out of the egg inside the cast-off shell of the worm. So how exactly does the Pale King's third form materialize? We find his corpse on the throne, but we can't go inside him to check if there's another egg in there somewhere. There's the egg on the right-hand side of the room, but that doesn't really seem like something a creature would hatch from. It was probably even made before the Pale King's second.
I'm sorry for pausing a little bit. I've been thinking, why can't we dream nail the king? You know, see his memories. I feel like that would be a good idea for Team Cherry to put. You could just see, but I guess you can't dream inside a dream.
Form died, since it appears to be written from his perspective.
I feel like
But
Electra
MatPat
and a
has his
mix
own
of
theory
Emily.
about all this, so let's table this discussion for now. After talking about how the Pale King might have a third form, MatPat begins to explain what Void is, where it's found, and how it works. He draws our attention to the lore tablet found in the Pale King's workshop. This tablet explains that the Void is opposed to the Pale King, but that Void contains a power to deny time itself.
This quote is interesting. Based on the clues in that workroom, as well as the game's bestiary, we know that the Pale King was using Void to create soldiers, the King's molds and Wings molds that populate his White Palace. We also know that he was using Void to create the vessels intended to trap the infection, vessels like the Hollow Knight, which would also include our character. But this quote is referencing him using the Void for yet another purpose, a third purpose. Not fighting the Radiance, not protecting his castle, but instead fighting time itself. He wants to use the Void to achieve eternal life. For himself? For his kingdom? It's unclear, but it once again gives credence to the idea that in his next life, he would choose to rebirth himself as a Void-based creature. One not bound by the restrictions of time. One just like our knight.
I kind of agree with a little bit of this, but not really.
Same.
I think the purpose of denying
Kinda
time
makes
refers
sense, but
to
then
the
it doesn't.
Radiance, who the Pale King is trying to stop in order to keep his kingdom lasting eternally. There are several bits of dialogue to look over here. Both Hornet and the Hive Queen Vespa refer to Hallownest as being in perpetuation, or in other words, frozen in time. Motomon calls Hallownest a world forever unchanging. Both Hornet and the Mask Maker mention that the kingdom is in stasis. And then we have the dialogue directly connecting all this to the Hollow Knight. The monuments to the Hollow Knight and the Dreamers mention that through their actions, Hallownest lasts eternal. The lore tablet in the White Palace throne room reads, Eternity and Promise,
wanna hear my
and
fact?
Charge
Sure.
and Progeny Curse.
You can. He
This
said
line
no
is likely
cost to
referring
grade.
how the Pale King
Yeah, I meant like going to his dreams, not. Yeah, I forgot you can actually dream nail him. Shit, my bad. Like going into his mind. The boss, happy face, the dream version. Yeah,
planned to keep his
dream
kingdom
versions
lasting
are.
eternally
I guess the
by
dream versions
somehow
would
cursing his descendants.
be their
And that's
best.
exactly what he did.
Either
The
their
Hollow Knight is described by Hornet as being our birth-cursed sibling, and Hornet has dreamed out dialogue during the Green
their
Path
best
fight
form,
that
I
reads,
guess.
Only pity for your cursed kind. All of this is done to hold back the Radiance. The Radiance is alluded to as being a force of nature by Bardoon,
Maybe
the
because
Moss
you're already in the
Prophet,
dream
and Hive
world.
Queen
I think.
Vespa.
Yeah,
The
probably.
Radiance is the inevitable dawn that will eventually break over
Dawn
the horizon.
will break.
Now, Death Notes aren't necessarily
do
canon,
not
but there
fear
are also
you.
Death Notes explaining that the kingdom is in stasis, and that the events of Hollow Knight take place over one long night. So to recap, the deny timeline from the tablet in the Pale King's workshop is probably referring to how the Pale King planned to create a vessel that could be used to deny the arrival of the Radiance, placing all of Hallownest in some kind of stasis. Nothing implies that the Pale King was doing this to himself. I would argue that Void could never give the Pale King eternal life. The Void is the power opposed, so it would probably kill him if he tried to fuse with it.
Yep.
After all, we know that the vessels were killed by the Void, since the White Lady mentions that the Knight died in the birthplace where it was born.
Making this connection even more interesting are the eggs. Just outside the Pale King's throne room is a lore tablet housed inside of a black egg, a tablet that speaks of the ancient worm becoming the Pale King. It seems to suggest that this egg here is where version 1.0 of the Pale King hatched into its upgraded form, as it were. And now look at the birthplace of our knight down in the abyss, a similar black egg. Could it be where version 2.0 transformed yet again?
I don't believe the phrase, "the worm becomes beacon," is talking about the Pale King's transformation. I think this sentence is about how the Pale King expanded the minds of bugs. Basically, the Pale King was able to grant bugs sapience through his beacon, but we don't really have a lot of information on this. If I had to guess, I'd say it might be some sort of metaphysical power. The word beacon is used only one other time in the whole game, and it's by the Godseeker. She says, "Even long departed, we feel the afterglow of the god power that sat this throne. It lays heavy upon this kingdom. That lingering power alone was beacon enough to draw us to Hallownest. How bright it must have been to mortal bugs stood before it." So the afterglow of the Pale King's god power acted as a beacon for the Godseekers. Is this the same concept as the beacon mentioned in the lore tablet? MatPat appears to think beacon is another name for the Pale King's smaller form, which I guess is possible, but it's kind of a weird name. When I see this, I don't really think of this. I'm a little confused by MatPat's next point.
True.
Like I said earlier, there's evidence to suggest that the egg the Pale King was hatched from is found in the cast-off shell in Kingdom's Edge. Here, MatPat is arguing that the egg in the throne room is what the Pale King hatched from. What's confusing to me is that earlier in the video, it's implied that the cast-off shell egg was what the Pale King hatched from.
It is clearly established in the lore that the king has the ability to transform. In fact, the Pale King form is actually his version 2.0.
I don't know if there was some miscommunication between MatPat and one of his editors, or if there was a script change or something, but I figured I'd point this out because it's weird. The video gets it right initially, but then contradicts itself a few minutes later. So it seems unlikely that the Pale King was hatched from the egg in the throne room. So what exactly is going on with this egg? Honestly, I don't know. There are a few other eggs in the game that appear to store information similar to this one.
Maybe,
The egg-looking
maybe it's the
things
Pale
found
King
in the
shit.
King's Pass, Ancient Basin, and Black Egg are all lore tablets. We also know that the arcane eggs were used to store information somehow. Is this egg similar to those eggs in its creation and design?
Also, considering that bugs only hatch from one egg or either shred or just stay the same, it wouldn't make sense that a Pale King would hatch twice. Yeah.
On the other hand, the floor here is similar to the floor found in the Black Egg, so maybe it's related to that. Regardless, it seems pretty unlikely that the Pale King was born from this egg, given that the Wanderer's Journal does everything short of flat out saying
How
he
the fuck
hatched
do you go
from
from
the egg
giant
in the
holy
cast-off
worm bug
shell.
to small short
Finally,
bug? Call it your
MatPat
version
questions whether or not the
2.0.
Pale King's third form was born out of this egg in the Abyss, the one our knight was presumably born from. This is where things go really off the rails. Remember how I mentioned before that the knight and the Pale King show up in the same room at one point?
Yep.
Well, that happens in a cutscene that can be triggered after the knight strikes its own reflection on this egg with the dream nail. In this sequence, the knight climbs to the top of the abyss. When they get there, they see the Pale King leaving alongside a younger version of the Hollow Knight that looks back before the knight plunges back into the darkness. After this cutscene, the King's Soul Charm turns into the Void Heart, a charm required to unlock the 4 alternate endings to the game. This cutscene is arguably one of the most important moments in the game, showing the Pale King at one of his lowest points, choosing to sacrifice his children to the Void in order to create a pure vessel. There's a lot of dialogue and symbolism surrounding this event, and none of it hints at the Pale King becoming the Knight. Let's look at the King Soul again. This charm symbolizes the union between 2 higher beings. In other words, this charm represents the children of the Pale King. When talking to the White Lady with this charm, she will tell the
Reason
knight to
HK
visit
fails
that
because he
place
saw
where it
his
was
bro
born,
die.
where it died, where it all began. She is referring to an area in the Abyss described as a birthplace by the King's Soul Charm. In this location, the knight finds its birthplace, an egg connected to void tendrils. After experiencing the birthplace cutscene, the King's Soul turns into the Void Heart. This is symbolic of the children of the Pale King and White Lady becoming corrupted by the void itself. That's what the Pale King means when he says soul of worm, soul of root, heart of void. The knight acquiring the Void Heart symbolizes how it has come to terms with its past. In fact, the achievement you get after this cutscene strongly implies it's a scene from the past. The Void achievement reads, remember the past and unite the abyss.
Gotta go, mate.
The
Congrats
White
on
Lady
beating
also
Free
remarks
5.
on this, saying,
See ya, man.
Truly, it has been
And good luck
transformed
on
by the
beating it.
revelations it found. In summary, this scene is showing a memory from the night when it was discarded into the abyss by the Pale King. So in other words, it's completely impossible for the Pale King to hatch out of this egg if what we see here is a memory. And like the achievement said, the cutscene allows the knight to remember its past. Now MatPat didn't mention this cutscene at all in his video, however he did leave a pinned comment addressing the issue. He says that he cut the part talking about this scene from the video for both time and because it was too complicated for the tone he was looking for in the video. For his first point, videos on YouTube can be much longer than 20 minutes, so that's no excuse in my opinion. I get that the Game Theorist is a big channel with employees, schedules, semi-annual office blood rituals, overhead, low toner, shit that I mostly don't have to worry about. But if your format is forcing you to cut crucial information out of your videos, which are trying to provide persuasive arguments, then you need to do some retooling. As for his second point, I agree. It does complicate things, especially considering it debunks his entire video if you can't counter it. But it's not that big of a deal since MatPat tackled the counter argument in this pinned comment. So let's see what he's got. First he says that the Pale King is transparent in this scene, which might hint at him not really being there. I have no idea what MatPat is talking about here. The Pale King does have a glow around him in this scene, but the Pale King has been described as being a light or giving off a light by Seer, the Archive tablets, the Throne Room tablets, the Last Stag, and Eternal Immolita. So the transparency argument is debunked by having eyes. Then MatPat says that because the Birthplace cutscene is a dream sequence, technically anything is possible. Which,
I give it to you. You got me there. Right. So,
I mean, sure, anything is possible. Hell, maybe Ronald McDonald was there too, but the knight suppressed that memory so much that we just can't see him. There are a lot of different ways to interpret something, but the best interpretations are the ones that line up with what we know about the rest of the game's lore. If we just assume that this is the knight remembering its own past, like the achievement message strongly implies, then there aren't really any problems with this cutscene. But if we think the Pale King later turns into the knight, then this whole scene becomes a complete mess. This is the moment the knight has a huge revelation about its true nature. How exactly is this scene revealing to the knight that it is the Pale King? You'd think that this moment would at least hint at it, and not completely contradict it. Why does this scene exist at all? What's the point of it? The way that this entire scene is neutered by MatPat's theory. It no longer becomes an emotional moment showing how the knight was discarded, just like the other thousands of vessels. But instead the scene becomes an eyesore, a loose end to a theory that sounds cool on the surface, but doesn't resonate with what we see in the game. But I've been talking for way too long. Let's get back to MatPat. He then mentions how the nursery song in the White Palace is the same song we hear when the knight is next to its shade. He then mentions the journal entry for the shade.
The description of these shadows reads, echo of a previous life. Each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. So the sound that accompanies our knight's past life coincides with the same sound from a nursery housed inside the Pale King's palace. The existence of a connection between our knight and the Pale King seems undeniable.
I think there's a much better interpretation for this. After the Pale King chose the Hollow Knight as the vessel, the Hollow Knight likely lived in the White Palace. We even see that this is the case in the Path of Pain cutscene, so chances are the Hollow Knight was kept in this crib. The Hollow Knight is, of course, similar to the Knight in that it is a child of the Pale King and the White Lady, and it also has a shade similar to the Knight. Connecting this nursery song to the Pale King to say he became a void creature is a much bigger leap, and it also has another problem that I will get into shortly. But first, let me play another section of MatPat's video.
It's almost as if the king laid the groundwork for him to be reborn as Void, died, was hatched of Void from the black egg in the abyss, was taken back to the palace to be raised, and was eventually sent away from the kingdom to avoid succumbing to the infection, only to be called back when he was older and when the Hollow Knight started losing control.
Okay, let's take this piece by piece. First, MatPat says that the king made the groundwork for him to be reborn as Void. There is no evidence for this. I'm guessing MatPat is basing this off of the Deny Time section of the workshop tablet, but again, I don't think the tablet is referring to the Pale King's desire to become a void creature at all. Next, he says the Pale King died.
That music almost
Damn.
jump scared me.
I actually
Jeez,
completely
what
agree
the
with
hell?
MatPat on this one. This calls for a
Music jump
celebration.
scare. Well, now I know how
He
much
then says the Pale King was hatched of
this
void
video
from
is
the
gonna get
black egg in the
copyrighted.
abyss. I don't think that is the case. We see that the first transformation of the Pale King was from an egg inside the worm corpse, but for his second transformation, he somehow died in the White Palace and turned into an egg larger than his own body, and then the egg was somehow transported to the abyss, despite the fact that the gateway to the abyss was sealed.
Shield.
Now, in his pinned comment, MatPat pointed out an issue that I think is valid. He asked how exactly were the vessels even able to escape the abyss in the first place.
Nobody knows.
This has been a pretty big question in the lore for a while now. In a Reddit AMA, Team Cherry mentioned that they weren't sure how it happened.
Even the
So yeah, they're pretty much
Yeah.
useless as usual. This issue can kind of counter my argument here. If there are multiple entrances to the abyss, then of course they could get the egg back down there. I still
Same
don't
lore
buy that
tablets are always
explanation,
used in
but I do
theories.
have a theory about
Yeah.
how the vessels escaped. In the bottom right corner of Deep Nest, there's an area that has clearly been influenced by the void, and not far from there, we can see that several vessels have been captured by Nosk in its lair. So there might be some hidden passage between the abyss and Deep Nest that the vessels were able to navigate through.
Oh,
Next,
face.
MatPat says that the Pale King was taken back to the White Palace to be raised. So who exactly raised the Pale King? Was it the White Lady then? That's likely her silhouette on the chair, right? Does this mean the White Lady is in on the plan too? Because if that's the case, I have a few issues. First of all, why doesn't she recognize the Pale King immediately if she literally raised him?
Yep.
Why does she call the knight her spawn? But my bigger issue here is what the White Lady says when the knight first meets her. She says, "One arrives. Far it walks to find me. Did it seek my aid, or did the path carry it by chance so pertinent a place? It is true. True that you were awaited. No, perhaps that is inaccurate. True one like you was awaited." Pay attention to how she talks.
Yeah.
The White Lady is indeed waiting for a vessel to come find her, but not any one vessel in particular. She says, "One like you was awaited." She is looking for any vessel, not a specific one. If she was in on the Pale King's plan, then why wouldn't she be looking for him specifically? And if she isn't in on the plan, what's the deal with her silhouette on the chair? MatPat finishes by saying that the Pale King was sent away to avoid succumbing to the infection, and then was
void.
brought back when he was older. I don't really
void
have any
can get
issues with this section, but I do have a broader issue with the theory that I'd like to talk about. According to the Hollow Knight game manual, the Pale King went into hiding as his kingdom fell to ruin. Relic Seeker Lem mentions that the Pale King's palace disappeared without any sign of struggle, and in the Wanderer's Journal, Elna mentions that it appears as though the Pale King took the White Palace and his court with him when he fled. So if MatPat's theory is true, then how does this information fit with the lore? Is the game manual just completely wrong? And what's the deal with the White Palace disappearing? If the Pale King didn't use it to hide in, then why is it even in the dream world? How exactly did the Pale King get out of the White Palace if it had a seal on it? MatPat doesn't really address any of this, even though it's probably the most relevant
has
pieces of
dementia.
information related to what actually happened to the Pale King after the Hollow Knight was sealed. Moving on, MatPat explains how the line "no cost too great" that the Pale King says when you
There you
dream
go.
mail him could be referring to how he sacrificed himself to become the knight and take on the infection himself. The line is also used at the beginning of the birthplace memory, so the first time the Pale King says it, it's definitely referring to the creation of the vessels. But I'm not against the phrase being recontextualized to mean something else. I just don't think there's enough evidence to really prove that. MatPat then gives more evidence for why the knight being a reincarnated Pale King makes sense.
The knight being a reincarnated Pale King would explain how a nameless, faceless knight is so easily able to accept the king's brand item, which outright marks him as a king.
I don't think that's the case. The king's brand is guarded by Hornet, which makes me think that getting the brand itself isn't hard. But Hornet doesn't want others getting to it, unless they can prove their strength like the knight did. We also have Hornet saying this when she hints for the player to go to the kingdom's edge. "Seek the grave in ash, and the mark you would grant one like you." One like you implies that vessels in general are able to receive the mark, and that makes sense. Midwife also calls the king's brand a bright mark of relationship. which I interpret as saying that the mark's bearer is a relation to the Pale King. On top of that, the vessels are the children of the Pale King, so since he's dead, any one of them should be able to become the next king. Also, MatPat keeps referring to the knight and the Hollow Knight using male
Look at the Hollow
pronouns,
Knight.
but in-game
What
they are never given
I did this
genders.
as well when I was 5.
In fact, Hornet is called the gendered child, just to
This
signify how the rest of the
left,
Pale
right,
King's
left, right.
children lack genders. I assume MatPat is just using male pronouns for convenience, but that's no excuse to misgender these poor bugs. They have it hard enough.
It would explain how, just like the Pale King snapped the bugs out of their collective stupor during his lifetime, our knight, as you go through the game, is doing exactly the same thing, waking up bugs from the infection and getting them to return to a life in Dirtmouth.
To be fair, the knight only saves 2 bugs from the infection, Sly and Bretta, and these two are
Did do
very
that,
rare
Bretta.
exceptions. The knight isn't able to cure any of the other infected bugs we see. You'd think that would be easier than fighting them off. And of course we can't forget, if the knight really can snap bugs out of the infection so easily,
Oof.
why can't we save Mila?
Oof.
Did we really
Rip
fail her
Mila.
that much? She really deserved better.
Oh my god. Stop
On top
playing
of
that
that, the Pale
music.
King couldn't snap bugs out of the infection
Jump
either.
scare.
That was the whole point of the vessel. It was the only way the Pale King could deal with the infection.
It would explain how only you and the Pale King are seen to use the Monarch Wings item.
That's true, but the Monarch Wings could probably be worn by any vessel, as long as they had a cape for the Monarch flies to morph into.
And if all of that wasn't enough to convince you, in cut dialogue that was data mined from the game, if you dream nail the final boss, the Hollow Knight himself, it will say this: Father? Doesn't get much more explicit than that.
Okay, so
No, he's
first
just
of all,
thinking
this
about
is
his
cut
father.
dialogue, so it really should be taken with a grain of salt.
And yeah.
Now, I am guilty of doing this a lot myself, and it's a bad habit that I do need to break.
Oh,
Second,
dancing.
just because the Hollow Knight is thinking about its father, that doesn't mean it thinks that the knight is its father. Love for its father would probably be the only thought the Hollow Knight could have, so it would probably think that even if the knight wasn't there. Look at the jellyfish in the Fog Canyon, or the flukes in the Royal Waterways. They think about Motomon and the Fluke Marm, respectively, without being in the same room as them. The rest of the video is just recapping the theory, with one additional section discussing why the Pale King left Hallownest.
He studies the void so that he's eventually able to be reborn with its power, hatching down in the abyss, getting cared for in the safety of the White Palace, and then being released out into the lands beyond Dirtmouth, a place where canonically bugs lose all their memories. This self-exile for a period of years is probably for 2 reasons. 1, his own protection from the Radiance, and 2, losing his memory helps make him purely hollow. No memory, no desire, no past life. He's now an empty vessel, so that, should it come down to it, he can now be the one to take on the Hollow Knight's place.
I don't really have any problems with this section that I haven't brought up already, other than that it begs the question of how exactly the Void Heart fits into all this. Hornet mentions multiple times that the knight needs to pursue the deeper truth and learn of the tragedy of its own conception. She then commends the knight on accepting the void inside itself. There's nothing about coming to terms with being the next reincarnation of the Pale King. Why is such an important part of the story completely glossed over for a different theme about the knight coming to terms with the void inside itself? And that's really my biggest problem with this theory. It just doesn't congeal with the lore you see in the game. Sure, you could argue that the Elder Bug refers to the knight as a ghost because the knight is literally the Pale King returning to Hallownest after years of self-exile. You could argue that the Pale King was planning to turn himself into a void creature in an attempt to deny time and live forever. And you could probably even find a way to interpret the birthplace cutscene so that it doesn't debunk the entire theory. But do all of these things really feel like what the game is saying? Or do they feel like someone is looking too hard to justify their own theory, despite what evidence, or lack thereof, they find in the game? Now I'd like to reiterate, my intention with this video isn't to attack MatPat. Remember that pinned comment I mentioned earlier? Well, since I first wrote this script, MatPat has replaced that comment with another one, providing a detailed critique of his arguments originally written by someone. If you don't know who someone is,
Oh my
she's done a lot for this community,
It's just
helping
literally
update the
named
wiki to
someone,
include
okay.
detailed and sourced lore sections.
Of course.
And she's also helped me with my videos by proofreading my scripts, so she definitely has a strong understanding of the lore. Seeing MatPat display her detailed rebuttal in a pinned comment is really cool, and it shows that MatPat is open to criticism about his theories. So yeah, those are just a few of the thoughts I had on MatPat's video. If you're a fan of MatPat and didn't really know the lore of Hollow Knight going into this video, then hopefully you can see why our community got a little upset. This theory really is beyond saving. Even the Pope couldn't resurrect it. That's what the Pope does, right? If you're a fan of me or just Hollow Knight in general, then hopefully you can see that MatPat isn't trying to disrespect this game or mislead people. He's been very receptive to the criticism, and you can tell this video clearly has a lot of love put into it. I mean, fuck. I wish my videos looked half as good as this. I just now figured out how to use overlays in Sony Vegas. Look at this. Pretty cool, huh? If you're not a fan of me, or Hollow Knight, or MatPat, then what the fuck are you doing here? Why'd you just watch this whole fucking video? All in all, no harm, no foul. And I'm sure that the animation showing that Hornet was made of void was just an accident. Otherwise, I take everything back.
What is that nail? What the fuck?
I guess
That's a
this is
literal
really
nail.
roundabout way
It's
of
just a
saying
nail.
this, but I suppose the whole
Toothpick.
point I'm trying to make here is that VatiVidya and Inimouse
What
are a
the
couple
fuck?
of bitch-ass motherfuckers.
Whoa, what? Wait, what? Alright, well, I guess that's all. That was a long video. I'm pretty sure I spent more time watching this than playing and then finishing the God Home ending. Alright, well, I guess that's where I'll end this off. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and watching until the end. You guys are Chads. Appreciate it. And yeah, that's it then. I'll see you guys in the next stream, whatever game it is. Maybe Genshin when the next update comes up, or Sifu again. I am completely lost. I don't know what game to play. That is relaxing. He only came back after 1 hour. Well, that's kind of sad. Even this video is like almost an hour, so yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time in next stream. Goodbye. Have a nice one.